Uh, Heyo, welcome to the video. I did have the thought to put some drawing footage in the background, but I didn't feel the need to dress this up. It kinda is what it is. I might, but I might not. I don't usually post videos with my face, so this is kinda new, but I felt like I needed to start, at least with this topic, which might be a very old topic and people might not care by the time I actually put this video together. I'll be talking about AI art. I feel like I gotta state now that I personally want to be really excited about this development. As someone who loves robots and sci-fi stuff, this fascinates me, but as an artist, it intimidates me. So it must be destroyed. I felt it was important to make a video addressing how I feel about it, even though I am a very, very small channel. I think the more content there are of this topic, the more validated we feel about our discomfort and fear to the situation. Hope that makes sense. I mean, you could talk to a loved one or a close friend about this, but unless they are an artist, it doesn't really feel like they quite understand. It's a bit one-sided. Like, for example, my husband and I have ranted and rambled a few times to him, but as understanding as he may have been, he doesn't quite get the first-hand frustration. This whole AI benefits everyone but artists, so to them it feels more like you're complaining how everyone gets a perfect ice cream maker. After you spend your whole life trying to perfect your own organic ice cream the hard way, now you have gone from test the ice cream maker to who makes delicious organic ice cream by hand to test the basic bitch that spends hours making subpar ice cream when she could just be using a perfect ice cream maker like the rest of us. I think I have more rage built up about this than I thought. Now, I don't have solutions. I am not a person that creates solutions. I'm a person that stands still and wait for other people to make solutions. Where's the sun going? I might need to turn the light on. Yeah, I wait for other people to make solutions, or make problems. That seems more accurate. What I'm saying is I don't intend to be coming up with solutions in this video. This video is more to comfort or to vent. This video is only for perhaps a couple of people to stumble upon. But I think the main purpose, I want to make this as a reminder for myself. Because I give myself good solutions, but I forget them. So I need to write them down, or in this case, for once, make a video. So I want to start with my negative thoughts because I eat my dinner before dessert. Most of the time. Anyway, bad analogy. And I don't know how to transition into that abruptly, so I will just spit my displeasures, and then I think we will find what grinds my gear the most pretty quickly. The funny thing, it is not currently a huge problem for me because I never get commissions, and I can see this AI hurting that art area the most. I mean, why go bug an artist and send them multiple messages explaining exactly what I want for hours, or I can just subscribe to their software and they can give me exactly what I want in a second. It's harsh, and I feel bad, because this is the bread and butter for some people. Kind of could have been me. Another thing is that it's hurting younger or less confident artists, which is really sad. you see YouTube comments and posts of people saying that there is no point, or there's no point to try. Why bother learning or getting better when this program does all they ever wanted and more? I don't even know what I could say to comfort them at this moment in the rant. Because in a big way, they are kind of right. Why bother? I have doubts my work will ever get that good, because I'm a shit learner nowadays. I'm not learning as good as I used to, but the AI is so perfect. And actually, there's a little game I've been playing whenever I hop on DeviantArt. On the homepage, they always have a bunch of random art, and I pick about 5 that I think are AI. And so far, I've only been wrong once. Because it's very easy to spot, because a lot of artists put the detail where it matters the most. They spend time on the spots where they know the viewer will be spending their time looking. Wallop, I don't know how to pronounce that name, is an excellent example of this. They put the detail in the pretty light catching stuff, and then the other stuff is just brush strokes and shapes that give the illusion that it's detailed when you're not looking at it. Anyway, my point is that the AI doesn't seem to do that. Everything is perfectly rendered and shaded all the way through. No visible brush strokes or textures or patterns. It's perfect like a photograph. Everything is there. I will show one picture where I lost, the one that I lost the game. And I am glad I was wrong, because I absolutely love this picture. It's titled The Duke and Duchess of Spatchickenerin. By Cornachia Art. It's stunning, and it's so perfect. I thought it was AI art. And that raises another huge issue. If I wasn't playing this dumb game, I would have totally missed that image, which means if I wasn't playing that game, I would have dismissed it as AI art. I have seen artists complaining about asking what words did you use to generate that, or what manga filter software did you use. People can't tell the difference between something that was shat out in 10 seconds and something that was put a lot of passion and focus from hours to days. While writing the script for this, I had COVID and I was working on something super detailed. Filming this, I'm still working on it. I have not been counting how long it's taking. It's currently taking a while. I will be fortunate to get 10 likes on Instagram for that image. That's just my average. But I am now thinking in the back of my head, what's the point? People will just think it's AI. If I'm lucky. If they think it's good, they'll think it's AI. I don't know. But, yeah, and stupid people are making it worse. People are claiming to be AI artists and bullshit like that. You guys aren't artists. You put words in a slot machine and pulled the lever. It took my whole life to get the nerve to call myself an artist, and these bozos come along acting along like it's free real estate. Hate to break it to you guys, the preschoolers down the road who just made that god-awful drawing of their mom and dog have more claim to that title than you, because they actually drew the thing. Art is human-made. I am answering that question today. People ask, what is art? Art is humanity-made. Architecture, music, writing. If a human didn't make it, it's not art unless the AI starts becoming sentient like Detroit becoming human. It will stay that way. Some exceptions can be made for animals and aliens, but you get my point. Anyway, I just hate that they post it. I get if they wanted a pic for D&D or their own personal projects, but posting it just complicates things, and it really makes me mad, because all I do at the moment is post, I guess. I don't have a fancy art job or lots of followers. I have a red bubble that I keep trying to make happen, but other than that, I just post. I'm gonna take a breath and a sip of tears before I move on to my nicer notes. Okay, like I said before, I don't know how to abruptly move into these, so I'll just get the snowball running. Do you remember that ice cream metaphor tangent earlier that I may or may not regret? Well, to recap, I said that it's frustrating to go from the person who made delicious ice cream by hand to the person who is the only one who doesn't have a machine that makes perfect ice cream. And as dumb as that was, I think I hit it on the head a bit, because my follow-up is people love homemade shit. And guess what? I don't know if you have noticed in the grocery store, but organic stuff costs way more. And it may not feel like it, but a lot of non-artists actually care. I saw this post on Twitter, someone saying I'm a real artist because I spent nearly 2 hours on this, picking the right details, blah blah blah. And Simon of the Yogscast, of all people, I don't know who that is, but anyway, he commented that he spent just as long in the bathroom. And I laughed at that. I might have been cruel, but it's the kind of laugh you do when someone's been called out on their bullshit. And you just can't help it. The point I'm mentioning this, Simon doesn't draw, that I know of. Sorry, Simon, if you do. Well, he isn't known for his drawing, should I say. And yet he is still empathetic of what's happening, or he's got the opinion of what's art and what's not. People value humanity in our works. People appreciate that a human mind and hand guided this piece for hours until completion. It's why most people go traveling, to appreciate different sources of humanity that is created on their part of the world, and how some of it has been adapting and evolving to other cultures. The Louvre is the most obvious example because it is literal art inside. But I think it comes to mind because of the asshats that are trying to destroy the pieces. Once again, it's the stupid people. Don't know why they're doing it, and their cause has nothing to do with it. Anyway. Oh look, the sun's coming back a bit. I think the people who are most safe are the traditional artists, because when you take pictures of a canvas, no one's going to ask if it's AI. It's more precious in the sense that it's in a physical form, and I love that about traditional art because I think it's more satisfying, although more difficult to finish a piece traditionally that you actually like, because you have more chances of fucking up. I saw this channel that interviews successful artists while they show off their sketchbooks. I will throw up the details if I find them, but there was this video where an artist told a story that he did a rough sketch for an actor to show what he would be wearing in the movie. And the actor was so taken by the fact that he was holding something, a piece of art that didn't exist 10 minutes ago and can just be erased or ruined so simply. It was like a piece of treasure, like fragile treasure that came straight out of nothing. And there's a story of my own, actually. When I was younger, I picked up a book in the school library, illustrated by Colin Thompson. It was so colorful and detailed, I remember thinking, wow, someone drew this. And those illustrations I've never forgotten about. and how they made me feel. And one of the reasons I got into drawing were those books. Now imagine that day if I thought, or someone told me, that a computer generated that. To be honest, at that age, I think I would have said, "What's a computer?" Nah, I don't think I'm that old. Anyway, my point is, I think those illustrations held more impact to me because a human being made them, because my small brain would have gone, if this person did it, I can too. If it was a computer, I would have thought, this piece is so complex that they had to get a computer to make it. I could never do that. And that's what people love. Well, normal people. People who are worth your time anyway. That channel is amazing, by the way. You should check it out. The sketchbook videos are very inspiring. And I thought about it. I don't think it will be interfering with the jobs like concept artist and character design. I have never had a job like that, but I know they like to see the process. Like how you got from A to B, why did you dress the character up like that, why did you pick these colors, is there a reason you decided to put a cave there, stuff like that. Just small stuff. And sometimes artists can provide better insight, bend the rules, see or come up with stuff that would have never occurred to the overseer. AI art can't do that. It has to do exactly what it's told, or it's not doing its job. I cannot help but think of those math problems that say, show you're working. The teacher wouldn't accept you writing in the answer straight up. They wanted to see your process. In that job, I think they wouldn't accept the perfect character or environment straight away. It's how we get beautiful concept art books. So to go back a bit, when I mentioned people not wanting to pursue art anymore, if you are in any way serious about it, don't forget what that pride you feel when you create something. Watch some of those sketchbook videos I talked about, or go to any other YouTuber sketchbook tour. Just get inspired, because in the long run, it will pay off. I know it's hard because so many artists are fueled by validation and praise that when it goes away, they don't want to draw anymore, and I can relate to that more than you know. It would be truly beneficial skill to draw without any thought of what happens after you draw it. It is something that I constantly need to remind myself. It's hard, but never stop, because one day we will be past this problem. And sorry to say, but AI art isn't going anywhere. It would be nice if it just fucked off and things returned to the way it was, but unfortunately the toothpaste is out of the tube and it cannot go back in. If Midjourney and others disappeared, something will just replace it. What needs to happen is finding a middle ground where they can operate their software and we don't feel like we are useless now, you know? Taken advantage of, made superfluous, you get the gist. Or maybe at least lay some ground rules what situations would permit the use of such a program. Yeah, we really need to find a middle ground for this. And I am aware there is a whole main issue of people saying that that it is stealing art, but I actually have mixed opinions about that. And I hear people saying, how can you have mixed opinions? It's straight up stealing. Yeah. But I think about how artists use photo references to create their work. And I know some Photoshop users take stuff straight from stock photos. And I have always been a bit iffy on that. But we won't talk about it. I am not enlightened enough to rant about it anyway. Also, I have never been too bothered when someone reposts my work. It's when other people start coming to me saying, it's outrageous, it must be taken down. Like my husband, for example. If he sees my work posted somewhere without credit or permission, he is noticeably more irritated than me. Like, I am pretty sure last time it happened, I just couldn't be bothered. He was like, you messaged them yet? Oh, what did they say? And I'm just sitting here like, why do you care so much? I remember someone saying to me, well, what if they start selling it? And I was like, good luck with that. Anyway, I won't talk about the legal issues. I'm sure there are 50,000 other videos complaining about the copyright side, but I don't have enough feelings on it to go into it. I think it is the start of a new era of art. I think we're just in the scary discovery stage. I have learned that things are rarely as bad as the brain expects it to be, and I think this is the case. Like, I heard a rumor that Adobe will be introducing an AI feature to Photoshop or something, and we might turn up our noses at this, but I can imagine similar reactions to when Photoshop first came out. I can imagine some people being furious at the idea, but slowly people have to accept that it's a legit tool that we use. I mean, some boomers, I think that digital art is what AI art is currently. Like, they just wish it out of nothing. It's not real art. But if it remains the same and no lines are drawn and we don't find a middle ground, I am confident as artists and as humans we will adapt to this. It's scary now, but we will see it through and be stronger for it. So if there is anything to take away, it is going to be okay. We are in this together. People recognize the problem. Keep drawing. That's the most important one at the end. Yes, keep drawing. Please don't let this get you down. I know it's easier said than done. I've been going over my own hurdles. Because even if I found this useless, I think I'm too deep into it to stop anyway. And I'm gonna keep trying to make Redbubble happen. Just don't give up. Just try it. Do it because you love it. But anyway, I think I've gotten it all out of my system. Thank you for watching. And see you next time I do this. Alright. Bye!